Welcome back to Wicked F-150, and today we are going to be reviewing the new 2019 Ford Edge. So this is actually now my wife's car. If I know I mentioned in a couple videos, she had an Elantra. After the dealership was so gracious with the new truck, wanted to see if they would work a deal on a new Edge, and we were able to. They really made it worth it. I'm telling you, if you're in the Oklahoma City area, go to Joe Cooper Ford or Yukon. I'm telling you, they can really help you out. But see Nathan or Robert and tell them Robert Lynch sent you and they'll hook you up. But let's go ahead and go with the review. So this is an Edge SEL trim. It has SL, SEL, titanium, and then the upper ones. Those are the only three that I know. But this is an SEL. If you can tell in the video, it is a chrome grille, which is a big difference between the trims. Once you get up to the titanium, it kind of gets a little like a graphite kind of color, which is actually really nice. That is actually either going to get swapped out or painted. It does come with this ugly front bumper license plate holder, which needs to be removed. But it does not come with that decal. It does not. We put that on ourselves already. This vehicle is a week old yesterday? No, today. It's a week old today, so we've already done a couple things to it. But I wanted to get this review in so you guys, anybody that's interested, can, hopefully learn something and make up your mind about what you want. This is, like I said, SEL, but LEDs for both fogs and highs and lows. The driving lights are the outer rim halo here, the whole way around, on constantly. Of course, with force gain, you can change that to where the lows or highs, whatever, are on at the same time as well. Go to the wheels. They are 18s, and as you can see, they are black. We, of course, did that. They do not come that way. They, as an SEL package, they come with them just aluminum looking rims. They're not chrome or anything like that, so we went ahead and blacked them out, which still has the blue Ford sticker. Got to swap out the hubcaps here soon. But color matched mirrors, which this is an Oxford white, the same as the truck. Let's walk around. Now this one did come with the little ugly ass roof rack things. They either will be coming off or getting painted black, and those will be, of course, a gloss black to match the rest of the vehicle. But then this is the rear. Like I said, Edge SEL. It does have stainless steel tipped exhaust, the rear view camera with the rear sensing system. This little badge here would say EcoBoost, but it is a 2.0 EcoBoost for the Ford Edge. There is another engine you can get. I believe it's a 2.3 EcoBoost that comes in the higher trim Edges. Of course, all the lights, like I said, are LEDs. The rest of the way around here. It is really a nice car. Like, I really do like the Edges. They are comfortable. They ride very, very nice. Having it a week, the gas mileage was on the last tank. On the dash, I did not manually figure that out, but the dash said 25.1. with a lot of idling because it's so hot here. Breaks and lunches and stuff, we'll leave the air on. Now, with this, it does have what Ford calls a Ford 360 assist, which is their name for all the safety features. It comes with, like I said, the rear camera, sensing system, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring. It has all of that stuff in this package. Now, that is a standard thing on here. on the edge SEL package, except for the lane keeping assist, or the adaptive cruise control lane keeping assist. They kind of come together. That's the way it is on the sticker, at least. But walking up here, this feature I love on these edges. Now the key is in my pocket. On the Elantra, you have to push a button on the handle or anything like that. Now here, you just stick your hand in and you pull. That's it. And to lock it, you do the same thing. Stick your hand in and it's done. Sorry about that. The UPS guy is here, and that is actually a modification for the truck. That video I will be doing later. Let's go ahead and pause this and grab this part here. Sorry about that. Like I said, it's a modification for the truck that will be another video. But like I said, just stick your hand in and pull once the key is in your pocket. Now, before we get in here, one thing I wanted to say that I didn't earlier with the SEL, it does not have the lift gate where it is automatic and you just stick your foot under it. It doesn't do anything. This is, you still pull a handle. Now it is assisted open. It opens as soon as you pull the thing. It does not close by itself, which starting on titanium, you can just put your foot right here in the middle and it will automatically open, and the same thing for it to close. But like I said, that starts on the titanium. Now from here on the inside, this would be your sensor for the lock. On SEL, windows, automatic up and down on the driver. For whatever reason, on the passenger side, it is only automatic up. It's not automatic down. Doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why. Like, it can't be that much money to make it also automatic up, down. But your locks for the rear window, your mirrors, power, all of that. On a titanium, then you'll have the memory seats and all of that right here as well. The SEL does have the powered 10-way power driver seat and a 6-way power passenger seat. It does come with the Ford all-weather mats. They are the rubber ones, the same brand that is in the truck at the moment. They do a really good job of coverage. I do like these. This one here is actually a little better than the truck as it comes up on the sides here. It does do a lot better of a job covering stuff. One thing that bugs the hell out of me is they don't put it up underneath the gas pedal. I mean, I get dirt there all the time. They really need to fix that. But right here in front, fuse panel, and then your lights, fogs, your automatic lights, turn them on and off, whatever. Traction control system off, and then your dimmer switch for the instrument cluster. Let's go ahead and get in here. This is a push button start, which is very nice because you don't have to take your keys out of your pocket constantly. I wish the truck had that, and no, I'm not going to add it. But here on the steering wheel, your menu for the instrument cluster on the left hand side, because it has a screen here, your speedometer, and then another screen on this side. So this one's for the left hand screen, this one's for the right hand screen, then your phone, nav, or well, Sync 3 system, radio here and there, and then cruise on this side. Then this is to set the distance for the adaptive cruise control, to how close you want the car to be, your car, to the car in front of you before it'll slow itself down. Adaptive cruise control is really nice. I really do like it. It's just a convenience thing. I mean, it's not a necessity by any means, but it is nice. Let's go ahead and start this because it's hot as hell. Now, to start a push button, in case anybody does not know, you push the brake, then push the button. Center stack here on an SEL. This is what it looks like. This, you just push it down, open it up. You have your 2 updated USBs for Sync 3, which is a fast charger for your phone or anything like that. Now you can upgrade, and this space here will be a wireless charger for your phone. which is actually pretty nice if you get that at least on titanium and up. Then a rotary shifter, sport button in the middle, which, man, that was loud. Sport mode, of course, just holds your gears longer, allows you to get up to speed a little faster. Your electronic parking brake and your auto start stop button to be able to turn that off. Cup holders, nice little holder there, and then there's another one right here. Now, like I said, SEL does come with heated seats as your power for the whole system. Let's keep that on. Your automatic temperature, so you can set it to, right now it's on low. You just hit auto and it'll just keep blowing. If you set it to 65, you push auto, it'll make it 65 degrees in here. It is dual climate. This is driver, this is passenger. It says passenger here on the screen. There you go. So, especially with my wife and I'm always hot, she's always cold. I love dual climate. Then your defrost and all of that over here. Volume, media, and tune. 4 ways in the middle. This is another little cubby here. There's plenty of space in here. For whatever reason, they did a scroll through here behind the dash. It's cool, but I don't know what it could ever be used for. Let's go ahead and look at the center console here. Now, it does have 2 buttons up under here. The one closest to the passenger side lifts up the top, gives you access to the tray. The one closest to the driver's side lifts up the whole thing to give you the whole middle console. Then let's go ahead and go to the instrument cluster. Like I said, my speedometer is right there in the middle, and left-hand arrow is for this left-hand screen, and that is for all your features. This is your displays, your gas, your tire tack. If you want that on the screen, you can change it to whatever you want it to be on all the time. Then your trips, your fuel economy, your driver assist, which is where you can turn on or adjust your safety features. The blind spot monitoring, you can turn it off. Your cross traffic alert, which it will beep if you're trying to get over, which is blind spot basically. It's just an added thing. Cruise control, adaptive, or you can turn it off so it's just normal. Lane keeping assist, alert intensity, how fast and loud you want it to beep. Mode for the alert will aid, it just helps keep you in your lane, or the alert to where it'll also alert you if you're getting too close to the line. Now, that is not where you turn it on or anything. It is actually this switch right here. You just push that in, and now you have the lane right here on your screen, and it will keep you in your lane. Rear parking aid, of course, and then settings for your vehicle, your lights, your locks, how you want them to go. Remote start, which this SEL does not have remote start through the key, but it is Sync 3 with Ford Pass, so you can remote start it through there, which is what we've been doing anyway. I use it on my truck all the time. At work, the key is just not going to work, so I use Pass anyway. Of course, it does have My Key as well, Ford thing. With My Key, you can set the spare key. If you have a teenage driver or something like that, how fast you're going to allow them to drive, how fast or how loud you want the radio to be, anything like that. But that's that side. Then let's go to the right side. We keep ours on the navigation screen. When you're using the onboard Sync 3 navigation system, which this has, your directions will pop up right here, so you don't have to keep looking out of the lane of travel over here, which it is a nice little feature to have it right there on the screen. But you can also have entertainment, which is just which radio you have it on, and then your phone to show you calls and anything like that. Now the screen, it does not look like this. I already, of course, forescanned this as well. And this is the GT screen, but wife decided she doesn't like it as much as she thought she would, so I'm going to put it back to stock, and she liked that better. So that will be the forescan video on, I show everything, all the forescan changes that I've done to this, the new F-150 and the previous F-150. Most of the codes for the Edge are the exact same thing as the F-150. I just used the same thing for it. It goes off of years, so 15 plus F-150 codes are more than likely going to be the same for a 15 plus Explorer, Edge, whatever the case may be. It is leather interior the whole way around, everything, including even the dash. Of course, it's that pleather stuff, but it is still nice feet. It's not the plastic dash that's warping on every F-150 from an XLT or below. Above, of course, you have your dome lights. Turn it off so the lights don't come on when you open the door. And it's actually, the space is not bad back here. I mean, there's stuff in it, so it looks smaller than what it actually is. During the test drive, my wife was, of course, test driving it. The salesman was in the passenger, and I was in the back. I'm 6'1". My wife is 5'11", so the seat tends to be a little farther back than normal average height women, I guess. And I was still comfortable. I had plenty of leg room. They were not pushed up against the rear of her seat or anything like that. They are really comfortable seats. I mean, black leather sucks in the summer, but they are really comfortable. Let's go ahead and get out of here and take a look at the back. And like I said, lock. Stick your hand and it's locked. Let's go back here and view the cargo space here. And the cargo space is actually really nice. This is probably my favorite feature of this car is groceries. I mean, the groceries, just having this much space makes it really, really nice. And it's not a small car where you're bending over really far or anything like that. Now back here, of course, now with the all-weather mats from Ford, you still get the carpet ones. But under here, your spare, which is just a normal junk spare. Now over here, of course, you have a 12 volt, and then you can put the seats up and down. Get the camera right, and there you go. Your seat is released. Now let's put that back up. And done. So that is a nice little thing. You do have a light switch here to turn on cargo lights back here, there, and then up above as well. Now on the, is that what it is? No, they are not lights. They are hangers. I misspoke. That is my bad. But that's for a cargo net, which is actually laying in the back floor at the moment. You get a cargo net to go over top. There's actually quite a bit of different cargo things you can get for back here to hold your stuff in place. That's also what these are for, is to lock the cover, the solid cover. Now with the titanium, let's cover that. The interior is going to be what they call a ceramic color, which is basically just a tan. I don't know why they named it ceramic, but it's a tan just like this roof here. The seats are the ceramic color. Now the dash and the console and everything else is still black in the titanium. But it is a very nice car. The gas mileage is great. The price is pretty good for what you get. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please comment. Anybody that's done it before knows that I'm pretty good about answering all the comments and questions or anything that anybody has. Let me know what you think and subscribe. Have a good week.